would you do if you heard your own voice calling you from the dark? A voice that sounded exactly like you, but you knew, without a doubt, you weren't the one speaking. For the Harper family, that question wasn't hypothetical, and what they discovered inside their old farmhouse will haunt you long after this story ends. They called it the thing in the walls. It began in early November, when heavy snow had just started to fall. In the small Pennsylvania town of Maple Hollow, the Harper family, Mark, his wife Ellen, and their 16-year-old son Jacob, lived in an old farmhouse that had been in Ellen's family for 3 generations. The house creaked and groaned like all old places do, but the noises started to feel different. It was Ellen who first noticed it. One evening, she was in the kitchen making tea when she heard Jacob's voice calling from the basement. "Mom, can you come down here?" It was odd. Jacob never went into the basement. She set down her mug, walked to the door, and called back. "What do you need?" Silence. She frowned, went down the wooden stairs, her hand grazing the old railing. The air grew cold, her breath visible in front of her face. She searched the dark space, light bulb swinging faintly from above. No Jacob, no sound. Then she heard the back door slam upstairs. Jacob had just come home from basketball practice. The next incident happened to Mark. He woke up late one night for a glass of water. The kitchen was dark, but he saw Ellen standing at the counter, facing the wall. "You okay?" he asked. Slowly, she turned around. The smile on her face was wrong. Her lips pulled back far too wide, exposing too many teeth. Mark froze, his mouth dry. Then the real Ellen called from upstairs, still in bed. When he looked back at the kitchen, the figure was gone. The activity escalated quickly. Footsteps followed Jacob in the hall, always matching his own pace exactly. The family's cat, Willow, was seen curled up on the couch. At the same moment, she was spotted walking into the kitchen. Doors would open on their own, and voices repeated conversations seconds after they happened, but slightly lower and distorted, like someone was practicing the words. Desperate, the Harpers contacted a local paranormal investigator named Daniel Cross. Cross set up cameras and digital recorders, staying in the house overnight. Around 2:13 a.m., his recorder captured Ellen's voice, calling Daniel, "Come here," from the basement. He went down, flashlight beam cutting through the shadows. No one was there. Only an old rocking chair moving slowly back and forth. On playback, the voice was deeper, warped, and followed by a second whisper, "Got you." Cross left the house before dawn and refused to return. The Harpers moved out 2 weeks later, abandoning most of their belongings. The farmhouse still stands, windows dark, for sale sign weathered and broken. Locals say at night, if you stand by the basement door, you'll hear your own voice calling from inside.